Have you ever felt like the world is against you? Like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to catch a break? Maybe you've been working tirelessly on a dream, but the results aren't coming fast enough. Or perhaps you've faced rejection so many times that you're restarting to wonder if it's even worth it anymore. If this sounds familiar, let me tell you something. You are not alone. Today, we're talking about the power of persistence. This isn't just about working hard, it's about staying committed even when everything in you wants to quit. Because here's the truth, success isn't about being the smartest, the fastest, or the most talented. It's about showing up day after day, even when it feels like you're getting nowhere. Let me tell you a story. There was once a young entrepreneur named Sarah. She had a dream of starting her own business, a small bakery. She poured her heart and soul into it, working 16-hour days, perfecting her recipes, and saving every penny she could. But after a year, her business was barely breaking even. She faced rejection from investors, criticism from friends, and even self-doubt. One night, exhausted and defeated, she sat in her empty bakery and thought, maybe I'm just not cut out for this. Have you ever been there? That moment when you're so close to giving up? But here's what Sarah did. She took a deep breath, wiped away her tears, and decided to try one more time. She reached out to a local, pitched her idea, and landed her first big contract. Fast forward 5 years, and Sarah's bakery is now a thriving chain with locations across the country. But here's the kicker. None of that would have happened if she had given up that night. Think about J.K. Rowling, who was rejected by 12 publishers before Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Or Steve Jobs, who was fired from his own company before returning to make Apple one of the most valuable companies in the world. Even Michael Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, yet he went on to become one of the greatest athletes of all time. What do they all have in common? Persistence. So, if you're feeling stuck right now, I want you to remember this. Every no brings you closer to a yes. Every failure teaches you something new, and every setback is just a setup for a comeback. The road to success is never a straight line, it's a series of twists, turns, and detours. But if you keep going, if you refuse to give up, you will get there. Let me share another story. There was a young man named Thomas who dreamed of becoming a professional musician. He practiced for hours every day, played at small local gigs, and even recorded his own songs. But despite his efforts, he couldn't seem to get noticed. Record labels rejected him, and some people even told him he wasn't good enough. One day, after yet another rejection, he sat in his car and cried. He thought, maybe I should just give up and find a real job, but something inside him refused to let go of his dream. He kept writing, kept performing, and kept believing in himself. Years later, one of his songs went viral online, and suddenly the world took notice. Today, Thomas is a successful musician with millions of fans. But it wasn't talent alone that got him there, it was his refusal to quit, even when the odds were stacked against him. Here's the thing about persistence. It's not glamorous. It's not about overnight success or instant gratification. It's about grinding through the hard days, the boring days, and the days when you feel like you're invisible. It's about believing in yourself even when no one else does. And it's about understanding that every small step you take is bringing you closer to your goal, even if you can't see it yet. Maybe today you're struggling to finish that project. Maybe you're doubting whether your dream is even possible, or maybe you're just tired, and that's okay. Take a break if you need to, but don't you dare quit. Because the world needs your voice, your ideas, and your unique gifts, and the only way you'll ever fail is if you stop trying. So here's my challenge to you. The next time you feel like giving up, remind yourself why you started. Remember Sarah, remember Thomas, remember J.K. Rowling, and remember Michael Jordan. And ask yourself, what could I achieve if I just didn't give up? Persistence isn't just a skill, it's a mindset. It's the belief that no matter how hard things get, you have what it takes to keep going. It's the understanding that failure isn't the end, it's just a stepping stone on the path to success. And it is the realization that every great achievement in history was built on a foundation of small, consistent efforts. So keep pushing, keep striving, and remember, your breakthrough could be just one more try away. Don't give up. Your story isn't over yet. The world is waiting for you to rise, to shine, and to show them what you're made of. So take a deep breath, dust yourself off, and keep moving forward, because you are stronger than you think, more capable than you realize, and closer to your dreams than you know. Persistence is your superpower, use it. And one day you'll look back and realize that every struggle, every setback, and every moment of doubt was worth it. Because you didn't give up, and that's what makes all the difference. Don't give up. Your story isn't over yet. Keep going. You've got this.